face. It's like when you tell me that red light goes on and I freeze up. All right, so I'm gonna tell the funniest story how I was a persistent 8-year-old, and that is when I decided to get baptized, and then how that brings me here.
Oh yeah.
Does that work? All right, so I grew up in a church camp, and I loved it. Probably still one of my most favorite places in the whole world. So I'm 8 years old, and I hear this. I've been hearing about Jesus for a while, but for some reason I got really excited. So I pull the dean aside, and I'm like, "Listen, I really need to talk about this. I want to get baptized like right now." And he's like, "Well, this is a serious thing. We're gonna have to talk about this first. We're gonna need to make sure that you're serious about this." All right. So for 2 days I begged him. I followed him around the camp, and I think he finally decided to sit down and talk to me because I wouldn't leave him alone. And it went that everyone on the last day of camp, if you so decided to be baptized, that you could. And it was when the parents came to pick everyone up that everyone that wanted to was baptized. I couldn't deal with that. I needed to be baptized then. I was feeling it. So anyways, we sat down and we talked, and he told me he felt that I was ready, and we went through these steps and what it truly meant to accept Christ into my life. And I thought I knew for sure. I knew it all as an 8-year-old. So he said, "All right, well, when all the parents come, we'll make sure that you're a part of it." I'm really excited. And I said, "No, this needs to happen soon." So after begging him for another day and a half, I think he just wanted to silence me. And he called up my family, and my parents and grandparents drove about an hour and a half so that on a Thursday night I could be baptized. And my father baptized me.
That is awesome.
It was such a cool moment. And I do remember being baptized and coming out of the water. I just wept for I don't know, a few hours maybe, but it was a pretty awesome feeling. I did not know, though, as an 8-year-old, what was ahead of me in life. So God has a sense of humor, but also God is very freeing. So he let me discover all the things I said I would never do because I swore I'd never do them. So he let me experience much.
That's awesome.
Even the bad things that I swore would never happen in my life. I somehow ran across them in one way or another. Bringing me to college and swearing that I would never do certain things, even in my career path, and I ended up doing them. And then things that I was so sure that I would do in my life, I did not do them and went in a completely different direction. And so last year when I did move to Wilmington, I went through some other struggles until God intervened very quickly, and I decided that I for sure had to change my direction. And it was on a stormy day, and I read this story, and I just felt completely overwhelmed. And I went outside in the pouring rain, put my bathing suit on, and I played in the rain in the front yard.
That's awesome.
24 years old, and that was kind of like my rebaptism because everything has changed since then.
That's awesome.
So
that's a great story.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You guys.